Kata Dai Ichi. So, very basic little kata. 2 punches, 2 face block, 2 chest block, 2 stomach block, 2 front kicks, a jump and a turn and a land. So not difficult to learn and more about spirit. And we have key eyes on the first and the last movement. Okay. Kata Dai Ichi. Hey! Hey! Right, that's for the pre-karate kiddies. Not so nice when you're a little bit older and the knees are a little bit more wobbly. Okay, first kata of our dojo syllabus. Geki Sai Dai Ichi. Key eyes on the gyakuzukis, front and back the cut of the kata. Try and avoid crossing your arms if you're in our dojo. You've got to get back to doing it with one arm only. Timing should be fast, fast, super fast, 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 super fast, medium, medium, fast, fast. Finish each move in the 5 movement sequence. Don't rush too much. If you'd like to see some technical refinements, there is a video that we produced a couple of weeks ago that have technical refinements in the kata. Geki Sai Dai Ichi. Sorry, I've got a phone bouncing around inside. Nearly came out. Geki Sai Dai Ni. Everything is the same as Geki Sai Dai Ichi, bar a couple of moves, about 5. Okay, so we're going to do the kata facing the front and hard, strong, fast. Hopefully I remember to ki twice. Not a fan of ki too often, believe it or not. I used to be. Geki Sai Dai Ni. Hey! Hey! Our next kata, roundabout green going for blue. It's the kata Saifa. From orange to green, we expect to see a improvement in the quality of the kata. More polish, faster, crisper, a little bit more aggressive, not just going through the motions. All right, first, in my humble opinion, first of the true Goju style kata, Geki Sai Dai Ichi, is a Okinawan kata today. All right, Saifa. Oops, that was the mic. Try not to rush the katas, especially Saifa, it's very short. Saifa. Ay! Ay! Yeah, I remember to kill twice. Seiyunchin, brown belt, purples and browns in our dojo. This is your kata. Seiyunchin. Don't cross your arms, please. Hey! Hey! So, this is the first longish kata for Goju students. Please make sure that you practice. The legs are going to get strong doing Seiyunchin. It's slow, not as fast as everybody likes to do it, for a fairly large chunk of the kata. At the beginning, you'll find sensei drags it out a bit. Try, make the legs work more, improve your strength. If there's no base leg strength, the kata becomes really difficult. As you get older, however, I have students in their 60s. The more you're approaching that point where the hips no longer work, you're coming up a little bit. The most important thing is the mobility between stepping, to work on that, okay? We're talking now in particular about grading, about moving forward in terms of progress in karate based on the kata you need to do. All right, let's try to do it a little bit more real speed. Seiyunchin. Ai! Ai! Okay. Shisochin. Shodan kata in our dojo. If you're falling off your chair now because you're going Shisochin, fourth or fifth stand, probably Japanese system, not Okinawan. Maybe a different grading structure that was approved 5 decades ago. Again, default setting, do what your sensei says, please. Okay? Shisochin. Ai! Ai! Let's try it a little bit faster. It's my favorite feeling kata. Shisochin. Ai! Ai! The kata that was banned many years ago for tournaments. Don't know why. Sanseru. Sanseru. This is generally a very hard kata, physically hard. Very few soft movements, not like Seiyunchin. And it's quite a long kata this way. Sanseru. Ai! Ai! Seipai, my Sugoi kata, okay, bound to have lots of embellishments and flair, okay. Seipai. Ai! Ai! For me, I think this is the second long kata that you learn in Goju. This kata is a little bit symmetrical, but has a lot of movements that are only done once and therefore not repeated to build symmetry. Good training, start the kata and do it the other way, just out of interest. Seipai. Ai! Ai! Now we're getting into the realm of senior kata, and many young people doing senior kata, copy, beautiful, but no training in bunkai, not physically strong enough, not capable to truly grasp and grapple with Goju Kata. It's kind of interesting to see that for a Goju practitioner to really stand out in tournament doing advanced kata, the older they get, the better the kata gets. To a point, within reason. But the younger, the less the kata has depth. The Goju Ryu requires thousands and thousands and thousands of hours of training, but not just the kata, not just for flash. Hojo Undo, Bunkai are critical. So if you're a competitor, you're doing Kururunfa, Seisan, Suparinpei in tournament, you must practice the Bunkai, you must know it. Otherwise your kata is going to just be beautiful dance. Must have that. Then as you get older and you're out of shape and out of form, our default setting, number one, go hard. Later on, ju, soft. Do the kata soft and composed, different type of kata, different kind of feeling physically. You can see, I'm pushing hard, doing the kata with physicality. Okay, so let's go. This is the next really long kata, Kururunfa. Kururunfa. Hey! Hey! I'm sure within the federation I belong to, going to be many raised eyebrows. Muscle memory is hard to deal with. Kururunfa. Hey! Hey! I think this is the reason, since Zoe wanted me to make the kata ladder, she wants another video on Seisan. 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 Hey! Hey! Suparinpei. Arms crossed there. Concentrate on that one. I might have gotten lost in my thoughts there and only did 3 of these. It's supposed to be 5. If I did. Disclaimer, I make mistakes. Hominid. Suparinpei. Should you want to do the ki after the first maigiri impi uraken, cool. If you want to do it on those two movements, cool. 2 ki's, sometimes at a push, 3. There was a competitor, first ki, last ki. Okay. Sanchin. Sanchin. By my own admissions, not my finest kata. But hey, I'm getting an idea of the sequence and what you can do as a training exercise. If you know all the kata ladder is a good thing to do. Maybe you start with Sanchin, end with Sanchin. Maybe start Sanchin Tensho, end with Sanchin and Tensho. 1 times Tensho. Tensho. Okay, so a very, very generic Tensho, maybe a little bit quieter, depending on where you fit in the OGKK stream. Some people absolute quiet, some people making a bit of noise with the breathing. That is it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and hopefully you find this useful for your personal training over the upcoming festive season, and that you find it as a useful video to go back and watch. I'm sorry it's not multiple angles, but I have done virtually every single kata more than once, and if you look in the playlist underneath our channel, you will find playlists based on different belts. So Kata Dai Ichi, pre-scholar karate, Geki Sai Dai Ichi, white, yellow belt, Geki Sai Dai Ni, orange and green belts, Saifa, blue belt kata, Seiyunchin, purple and brown belts, Shisochin, about first dan, Sanseru, second dan, Seipai, third dan, Kururunfa, fourth dan, fifth dan, Seisan, sixth dan, Suparinpei. and then Sanchin and Tensho. I did not do Kata Dai Ni. All right, this is a generic kata. There is a video on it though. So thank you for watching and joining us. Arigato gozaimasu. Sayonara. Ah, bah. Scrub that one. I'm so used to teaching right side. Let's try again. It nearly fell out again. 26 minutes for kata to go.